At the bright age of 9 years old, I remember my very Norwegian English teacher telling our class of fourth graders that none of our attitudes would fly in England. I wasn't convinced. I've always considered myself a decently kind person and far from impolite by any means. So how could my attitude not fly here? It seemed far-fetched. That was until I arrived. That was when I was introduced to the phenomenon of British politeness. And after 10 years of skepticism, I can now admit that my English teacher was right. British politeness is generally a concept understood by people both inside and outside of the UK, but I didn't think it was something so tangible until I experienced it for myself. I generally don't think I've been given as many apologies in all my years of life combined as I have in my 3 months spent in the UK. So I can confirm that British politeness is a very real thing, but I have to ask, why?
Take 4, right? Oh, that was not good. Well, don't do it again.
No, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
What do you personally think is an acceptable amount of politeness?
Well, I feel like it's about communication and being in the moment. It's like if you start just blabbing on about, I don't know, fancy words and being like way too extra and speaking like over me kind of and not really hearing me, then it's excessive. I feel like you have to be in the situation and understand what it feels to be like on the other side of that. So
you think like being polite is like actually listening to people?
Yeah, I feel like it, well, at least when it's customer service, it should be like that. But I don't know, like in other situations.
Cool.
Hi, beach.
What do you think British politeness is?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is just everyone saying cheers to everything that I say or ask or do. Well, I think the British people are definitely more polite than Finnish people, in my experience. It's hard to like put it into words what it is, though.
But it is like a tangible thing.
Yeah,
Like
it's very distinct, I'd say. Like I can recognize, even if you brought me 10 people who all have a British accent but aren't from Britain, I could tell like that person is British based on the way that they're polite or how they reply to things. I don't know, it's weird.
Perfect. Thank you. Ready to go. Ready to go.
Yeah. All right.
I can come up with one example maybe. This time I was just walking in the park and there was this old woman who was just walking her dog and she just randomly talked to me and said like, it's a nice day here, eh? And I said, yeah.
That wouldn't happen back home?
That wouldn't happen now.
Why do you think British people are so polite?
I mean, it's an impossible question. I don't know. It's how they developed as a nation. I don't know. I feel like compared to Finnish people are here like much more comfortable with speaking. People in Finland are way more like shy and they don't make a big number out of themselves. I don't think they do that necessarily here either, but I feel like they're better speakers. Let's just put it that way.
When is the right time to say cheers?
When you leave the bus and say to the bus driver.
I don't know. I still haven't figured it out. I feel like it's after every sentence. Whatever you do, you just say cheers. When you go past, like, buy a bus ticket, you have to be like cheers. And whenever you ask for a question and someone answers, you have to be like cheers. I feel like it's just a standard reply to everything.
Yeah. So what was the point of all of this then? In all honesty, there really isn't one. British politeness is a living, breathing concept, thriving in today's society. And it is as interesting as it is weird. So I'm not here to put a stop to it. or anything crazy like that. As I see it, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. And I don't think I want it to. As strange as it is, stepping into this absurdly polite rabbit hole, it's fun, as many weird things are. And it's human. So leaving on that note, cheers.
Cheers!